Hello everybody, my name is Rick here with airgunweb and Gateway Airguns, and we are going to continue our journey with the Gauntlet. We are working with Hajimoto Productions to convert this into something even more awesome than it already is. We've already done one video on this. Let's get started. Okay, so what do we got here? We have the Umarex Gauntlet. I've done a video over at airgunweb where I called it the GOAT, the greatest of all time, for affordable, really awesome, affordable air guns that have like regulated performance, tunable, all that kind of good stuff. And the Gauntlet not only hit the market at like sub $300, but it also transformed the market because we have guns today that we probably have at the price point we have them because of what Umarex did with the Gauntlet. So again, greatest of all time for that genre and really opening up an entirely new market for a lot of folks and making PCPs, like performant PCPs, readily accessible, easily accessible to many, many people. It also gave folks like Haji the ability to come up with all kinds of mods and engineering improvements and really cool things to take that which was already good and make it like really, really good. So our kind of our first like entrance into that sort of process is something you can do. If you have an old Gauntlet, you have a Gen 1, Gen 2, or even the new side lever, if you want to get it out of that old stock and into a tactical AR stock, you can do that yourself. You can go to Hajimoto Productions, links will be in the video description, and you can buy the kit to do it. Now, before we get started, the reason I'm doing this video is because it's pretty cool. I want to show you how to do it, but if you really want to get like the skivvy, because I've got like the Gen 1, like I don't know if it was pre-production. This is a very old original copy of the gun, and they've had different iterations. So you need to go watch Haji's video on like how to install this stock. So please do that. I mean, this is going to give you a good overview, but definitely go watch his video again. That link will be in the video description. You want to kind of watch that before you jump in. You may have a different version than I have here. Go through that process, watch it a couple of times so you know what you're getting into. It's actually really simple, and when you see me do it, it doesn't take long. You're going to see how this works. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing we need to do is let's get this action out of this stock. Before you start, I would suggest you go ahead and degas the gun. If you bought your Gauntlet from retail, it came with a degassing tool, so you put that in here, turn it, degasses the gun for you. So sorry about that on my phone. We're going to go ahead, and we have done that. Now we're going to go ahead and take the scope off so it's not in the way, and then we'll take it out of the stock. We'll put Haji's stock on it. You're going to need some Allen wrenches and a Phillips head screwdriver. Now, I have done this process a couple times. One, I just wanted to make sure that I had all my ducks in a row to make sure I knew how to do it smoothly. So the parts may have a couple marks here and there on them, only because I did the video, went and shot the range time video with the new stock, which went really well. That video will be coming out shortly, after this, obviously. And then I thought, I think I want to redo this video because I wasn't completely happy with the whole smoothness of the process. I learned a lot doing it the first time and the second time, and now I won't say I'm expert at it, but I'm pretty good at getting this in and out of the stock and into the Haji stock and know where all the screws and stuff go. So I've been in and out of it, so if you see some marks on things, it's just because third time's a charm, right? Okay, so we've got the scope off. What we need to do is get it out of the stock. We're going to take this bolt out, which is going to let us remove this. And then we have two screws here, one here, and we have a screw here. So once we get all that apart, this old stock just pulls right off. The safety will need to be in like a neutral position. There's a slot there, and that will also allow you to take the stock off. I'm trying to remember if the original didn't have that slot. You had to pop the safety out. I know like on the QBs and stuff and other guns based on this design, you actually have to pop the safety off. But this one you don't have to, which is cool. This guy, too big. Okay, so we'll put Allen wrench in here. We'll get this out. Whoops. Okay, so we're off to a good start dropping things. All right, done. Keep all your bits and pieces so that if you do want to ever put it back in the original stock, you can. So number 2 Phillips. Okay, little lock washer there. All right. So we'll get these out, and then this front section, this little forearm section, pops right off. All right, so there's these little tabs right here. You're gonna squeeze these guys right here. You're gonna squeeze those together, and this slides right off, just like that. Where can we put it? I'm gonna keep all the parts on the table, so we'll put it over here. Done. Okay, we have one screw here, and then the old stock will pop right off. Good enough. Safety's in neutral position. And we should be able to slide this right off. There it is. Cool. All right, done. So that is our old stock, and here's the action. Now, one of the things, there's a little clip here. There is, I dropped that too, okay. Just love dropping things, it's so awesome. No, it's still in there. Look at that. Did not lose it. So cool. Okay. All right. Actually need more room on my table, don't I? Okay. All these little bits and pieces. All right. So there's our action. We need to remove this screw because this guy here is going to drop down in there. And then we've got a screw that's going to go in there to secure that. And then we have the forearm section. Oh, what I was looking for was this little bit here. There we go. Oh, I got it already. Boy, I tell you what, one of those days. So this little section here is like a spacer. And it goes in like this so that that stock sits flush. One of the things with this particular model is that this guy is going to sit in here like this. Excuse me. And there's a gap here. So if you want this super flush, then what you'll need to do is get some washers and then put those in there. But we're not going to do that today. It's going to be fine. I have shot it like that. It's not a big deal. I would go ahead and like permanently put some washers. But since this gun is now going to be going out to Haji for him to do the rest of his magic with, I'm going to let him sort that out for me. Okay, so let's take this screw out here. Yes, we want the gun not cocked. This is not only holds your trigger assembly on here, but also holds this plug in. Yes, that goes over here. This little plug is what holds your hammer in. And then this is what you're actually screwing into. Okay, now we need to get our grip, this guy. There's a trick to this, and this is one of the things you'll learn when you watch this video. There's a little shelf in there. I don't know if you can see that on that camera. There's a little shelf, and you're going to set that long screw on that shelf, and you're going to get your, I think it's this, 2.5. Yes, you're going to get that. Again, I'm not sure if you can see that clearly in the camera, but you're going to get this all set up so that this Allen key is locked into this screw, so that when you go to set it in, you don't have to go fishing around for it. It's a pretty smart way he worked that out. So I'm going to take this, put our end cap on, get this lined up. Again, we're going to need to get our safety in a neutral position to go through the slot. And now we can get this down through there and into, there we go. I think we are threading. Let's make sure we're in there. Yep, cool. Okay, so that is secured. Now we have a screw that's going to go right here. This one, these got all mixed up. So we have a screw that's going to go in there. Hold this in. Okay. All right, now this is going to go here. We have another screw, slightly longer. It's going to go through here, through this channel, and there is a nut inside there. It's going to let this lock into place. Now don't tighten this up all the way, because you want a little bit of margin of error so that you can get this lined up over here. Now this is where, like I said earlier, smaller. This doesn't quite fit perfectly because it's super old. I don't think you'd have this issue on the new ones, but you can always talk to Haji and let him know when you order it. And maybe he's already solved this problem. We just want to get this started. Okay, and then we're going to flip it over. Get started on this side. Okay, and we don't need to tighten that up, really. We're just kind of snugging it for now, at least on my gun, because I don't want to pinch the plastic foregrip. That's fine. Just get it. So these are snug, and that will be sufficient for what I need to do today. Okay, that is really, when you buy just the bare stock adapter or stock kit, this is what you're getting. You're getting these pieces. Now, it uses a mil-spec AR-15 grip or some sort of mil-spec grip. That may not be AR-15. I don't know. I'll let Haji tell you on that one. But you can get a grip. And then you have, this is mil-spec for sure. This is just a mil-spec buffer tube and stock. So if you have that off of something else, you can just add your own stock. This grip, like some AR grips have the flange on them. This is the square kind. It's what we got. Now this came with a thicker nut. This does not work, but I am going to use the washer out of it. So that little washer there, I'm going to add to this screw, which comes with this kit, so that I have a little bit more space to grab inside that grip. There's a little captive nut that goes in this little hole right here. So that's going to fall right in there. And that's what this screw here screws into. We'll go ahead and get it on our screw here. Feed it up through the hole and get it aimed the right direction. I did this last time too and had it fall off. Okay. And get it started, and now we can go ahead and thread this on. Okay, it started. Now we can finish it. Okay. Okay, it is on there quite snugly. So there you go. That is like pretty much all done. Now we just got to add our rear stock. This threads on very securely. So the work done, and these parts are made by Terry over Buck Rail, but the work done is pretty good. I mean, it's very good tolerances. It goes on like super securely, so it's not slopping around. It's very well made. Okay, and I didn't bring my armorer's wrench with me, but we're going to get it close enough. And then when I go down the range, I can lock it down. Okay. Okay, so now we can add this. Let's take this and set this aside. Awkward. There it is. Okay. It's slightly off, but I can fix that when I go down the range. Okay. So there's our stock conversion, right? So we have an adjustable buttstock. Pulls up nicely. It is, I will tell you, having taken this down the range and already done some shooting with it, the difference between this and the factory stock is very, very noticeable. It's much lighter. I like the handling of this much better. It's a little short for me personally, but I adapted just fine. Got some great results at the bench. A really nice upgrade from the old clunky, much, much heavier stock. So you put all these pieces together and I mean, this bit here, all of this is a fraction of what that is. So it makes the gun much lighter, much easier to work with. If you go with like a carbon bottle and some of the other things that Haji does, you're going to have a pretty cool shooting rig. Now, what we're going to do is our next video will show you guys the results of this conversion and how we did on the bench. And then we're going to send it off to Haji and let him do his magic. And I think what he's going to be doing is we're going to get a carbon fiber bottle. We're going to get the side lever. He does some trigger work. There's all kinds of other things he's going to do with this that should make it just that much more awesome than it already is. So I'm excited to get this out to him. I got to give him a call, let him know it's ready to go. We'll see when we get it back, probably obviously after the first year, after the holidays. And then we'll do another video wrapping this series up. But if you want to know more about what Haji does with the Gauntlet, and it's not just the original, it's all the gauntlets. He has stuff he can do to help your Gauntlet shoot better. Check it out. It's hajimotoproductions.com. Guys, that's going to be it. I'm going to take some photos, wrap this video up, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Pretty cool conversion to go from the old to the new. I really like the way this operates and shoots, and I have already had this out to the range. Like I said, this isn't my first time putting the stock on. You see, it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Make sure if you have any questions, watch Haji's video on his website. Again, links to all this stuff will be in the video description. That's going to be it for now. My name is Rick here with Gateway Airguns. Thanks for watching.